So then comes governance and reporting. So whenever you're dealing with any system, right, one thing that we should know is every system, you'll have to govern them. Like you'll have to do access reviews, okay? You'll have to generate report, conduct periodic reviews to ensure users have appropriate permissions, and make adjustments as needed. Create and manage reports on user access, system performance, and security incidents. Fine?
Yeah, this is clear.
And this primarily you use it either for a day-to-day, daily purpose or weekly purpose, these reports. Because eventually whatever you have done or your team has done, you need to be in the position to view them, right? All of them.
Yeah.
That's where the reporting comes into picture. Or if you need to find some anomaly, or if you need to find number of users, number of MFA, number of the prompt that is happening. So that's where you'll be going through these reports. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then once you have built the entire system, let's say you have built an entire SSO system where users are able to log in, sign on, sign in, password reset, everything is happening. But who's going to use them? Users. But imagine if the users do not know how to use them. That becomes a problem, right? Or imagine you have built a system and or a policy, only you know them. Your team members do not know them.
Getting the
That's where
users.
user support and training comes into picture. You should also be assisting your users as well as your team members in doing knowledge transfer, right? Or creating KB articles, knowledge base articles, so that
Yeah.
everyone can refer, and then kind of the problem is resolved there for them, repeated problems. Yeah. So conduct training, educating the users and IT staff on IAM best practices, tools, policies, right? The other very important thing, that is what you are also doing currently, is continuous improvement, right? So from the last, I would say 13, 14 years, when there is no month where I have not studied any something or the other. Even while teaching also, I'm learning, right?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
that, and that keeps your life very light. Because why are people worried of job losses and all? Simple, they do not want to get out of the comfort zone and then go through all the hectic process, right? They are settled in a comfort zone.
Mm.
But in case if you are always ready, first you will perform well, you will really be good. No one would want to even let you go in case emergencies issues also. That is number one, right? Second, in case if anything happens, company can take some policy. You are always available for the market, and because of which you'll always work headedly. There'll be no
Yeah.
issues for you, right? And that's one of the reasons
Right.
why you need to keep yourself updated with the IAM trends, technologies, and best practices. And this is also one reason why your networking abilities will increase,
How, how's it
right?
possible? Like when
Let's
we,
say right now, how do you know me,
uh, of course, it's part of networking. Only I reached out to some of my
right?
previous colleagues, and that's how I
Uh,
reached you. Yeah.
just in seek of knowledge, how do you know Khalid or Khalil, right?
Yeah. In this batch,
How
yeah,
do you know
correct.
Abhishek? And
Mm-hmm.
then we have different batches which will be creating groups of previous alumni and all of this. How do you know them?
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's so wherever I have seen knowledge, I have found networking opportunities there. Because for that also I
Mm-hmm.
need to talk to someone. Even to know about
Exactly.
a book, I need to talk to someone.
Yeah.
Right? So that's one way in which you can network yourself. Tomorrow, if let's say someone posted about CSM, you
Mm.
will not Google, right? And then do the exam. The first thing is you want to know about people, like who have done it. So eventually, like ultimately, you'll do networking only,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So then comes uh, enhance systems, propose and implements improvements to IAM processes and systems to increase efficiency and security. Okay. The other is collaboration and communication. See, this is one of the main important thing that you should have because, as I said, you work with thousands of applications. Okay, and you should be able to talk to non-technical to technical, everyone. Okay, sometimes you'll go to a business team and they're like, what is SSO? Why are we doing? And sometimes you'll be going and talking to an app team who are like highly developer. They'll ask you about SAML, OAuth, OpenID, which you support, how you would support. Here, they'll mostly ask you about what is the user experience? Is there anything changing? So you should be able to talk in their language and in their language also,
Okay.
right? So communication is really key, and communication and collaboration, it is generally a good trait to have in IT, to be able to translate and talk about the right thing at the right time instead of
Mhm.
beating around the bush. Okay. So
Okay.
then the other thing is, I was just going through the IAM architect cohort, and then one of the professionals said that uh, they have actually faced problem where the architect is actually not able to kind of share the information well. So in case what
Mhm.
they do is they will, I think nowadays they have the notes, right, using AI and all. So they will, after
Mhm.
the meeting, they will refer to the notes and then understand
Uh,
what the architect was saying. But the goal
okay.
of the architect was to do that only, right? Still, people
Yeah,
are
I
not able to
remember
understand.
mostly I've worked with wherever I work with the architects, they explain the
Hmm.
things very well, and
Hmm.
it's like a very smooth step-by-step explanation of the problem statement and then the solution. So
Hmm.
architects, I know, they are in communication.
Yes. So that's the expectation from an architect. Like they should know these things in and out. Okay. Then the other thing that I see missing in a lot of people is documentation, knowledge management. Okay, a lot of the time, anything that you do, any design you have drawn, any flows that you've created, everywhere documentation is really important.
Yeah.
Small policy, you create a document and knowledge maintenance, KB articles, right? For common IAM use cases and solutions. Anything that you do, make sure that you have a document. Nowadays, again, people skip those part, but it is really important to have documents.
Yeah.
Then skills and qualifications. After this, there are technical skills, knowledge of the protocols, problem solving skills, communication skill, and attention to detail. If you have all of this, and then further classification, eventually making sure that you are achieving the four things. One is stakeholder management, engineering skills, user management skill, user troubleshooting, and system integration, system
The
support
management.
skills, right? System management. That these are the different roles and responsibilities that you should aim to have when you work towards the engineering roles. So here is a comprehensive list that covers the roles and responsibilities of an IAM engineer, reflecting the roles, importance in maintaining secure and efficient access management within an organization. And in any point in time, you should be in the position to say that, okay, here are the three skills that I have. I have to go towards the 10 skills.
Hmm.
Over the period of time, you're learning, and maybe you may only have acquired six by the cohort's end, right?
Okay.
You still have 10 or 12. That is where your journey is, because a lot of the things
Yeah.
you learn as a part of experience and then going through practice, right? Going through a lot of discussion. Now, how do you improve communication? Yes, tech talk is one of them, but when you start talking more and express yourself, the more your communication will increase, right? So, how do you improve your knowledge base? Definitely, you will not learn everything,
Hmm.
right, in this time, but then while you are working there, also you will be learning. Okay, so there are a lot of things which you grow, but there are a fixed set of things, let's say from a technology perspective, from a thinking perspective, from a mindset perspective, troubleshooting perspective, which you will be learning here as a part of the course.